Hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be doing my 1K question and answer session. So I had basically my community ask me a bunch of questions, and we're going to kind of spice things up as we are going to go back to, if you guys are an OG, you guys will probably recognize this hot sauce. So we'll get that to the very end. But before we get there, I actually got a package from YouTube. So let's open this up. Let's see. Okay. What the hell is going on? Look at this. YouTube sent me a blank letter. Really? Hold on. There's something else in here. Are you... They also sent me something else. Let's. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's real. Cardboard button does exist at YouTube, guys. The confirmation right there. They told me to get good. Oh my words. YouTube. Oh shit. I got some more stuff behind me. Let's see. Only Borks. Yeah, we definitely need that. We definitely need some Only Borks here, guys. I don't know if you guys have heard of Only Borks. It's a subscription service for cabbage. I'm sorry, guys. It's for the OGs. Let's see. Ooh, we got a spicy one, guys. We got an Only Eds. Only Eds. Any guesses on what's in that one, guys? Grade A eggplant. Good times. But yeah, those are for my that. If you guys don't understand the eggplant, the cabbage, it's more for the OGs. But yeah, let's actually dive into this video. So there's 13 questions. Unfortunately, I do not have 13 hot sauces. The original plan was to have some super sour food to basically cover those 2 slots, but unfortunately, the great Amazon gods package never showed up. So I got 11 hot sauces. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the basic mango one, which we're going to start off with. We're going to take 2 of those and basically go down the line. So basically our line is we got mango, and then we got a garlic hot sauce. We got some basic Texas Pete. We got some Melinda Sriracha. Sriracha sauce is really hard to find right now for some freaking crazy reason. And then we got some green habanero sauce. As you guys see, it's getting spicier and spicier. You'll see some visuals here. As the extra hot, you'll see the 2-star rating there. Nothing crazy at the moment. Then we got another habanero, which is a little bit spicier. And then another habanero. Oh, you're gonna love this. We got habanero. We got another habanero, but this is out of 5. Let's see, is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 4 out of 5 on the spicy scale. And then look at this, guys. We got ghost pepper sauce. That's complete fire right there. And then this is Old Faithful, guys. If you guys have been with me since the beginning, this is a good old Mag Dog sauce. This is 6 million Scoville units. So I've done spicier, but as I'm not trying to kill myself in this video. But yeah, so let's see what we're gonna do. We're gonna do spoon. I do have a cup of water on the side. I don't know if you guys could see that cup of water. So no milk in this challenge. I'm probably not going to drink at all unless my throat just completely dries out. I'm not trying to go crazy on this one. But yeah, basically spoonful But let's dive into this. So we got the mango sauce here. Let's see. I don't know if I can multitask here. Let's fill this up. Oh, wow. This is a thick boy. Okay, we're not going to waste... Wow, that's a thick boy there. Man, that is some mango sauce there. That was actually delicious. But we got Neo here. Congratulations. Maybe you've stated this before, but what was your first monster taming game you've played? What would be your dream monster taming game? So to answer your question, Neo, the very first monster taming game that I technically played, you guys probably all know it. It came out at September 28th, 1998. Pokemon Red. I didn't get my hands on to Pokemon Red. I want to say it was mid to late October because I was a broke boy. I was just lucky enough just to have a Game Boy at that time. But yeah, I think it was around October of '98 when I actually got my hands on it. But yeah, that was technically my first monster taming game was Pokemon Red. So I did chose Charmander as my starter. No, at the time, red was pretty much my favorite color. And I thought Squirtle was dumb, even though Squirtle's not dumb, but that's just... I was a kid back then. I didn't know any better. And let's see, what would be your dream monster taming game? So my dream monster taming game, if you guys have kind of seen some of my older videos, you guys probably know I love the PlayStation Classic Jade Cocoon. If we can get a modern version to Jade Cocoon with modern graphics and we can have that fusion system, I think that would be like top tier monster taming. Like, I honestly, if we can get like Studio Ghibli and actually legitimately get a decent 40-hour story in a game like that, I think palworld would have some competition. But unfortunately, I don't ever see that game coming back to light. It's an unfortunate part, but that would be my dream monster taming game, is if somebody can clone or mimic that play loop and just the fusion system in that game. Okay, so we got question number 2. We got Crank Hot Sauce 3.0. Man, I was not expecting this mango to be like clogged up here. So Hot Sauce 3.0. If we hit, you guys can quote me down on this. If we hit 5K in subscribers, I'll do the. Okay, hold on. I almost made a fatal mistake. I need to warn myself. Don't touch eyes. But yeah, Hot Sauce 3.0. We will do that at 5K subscribers. So if you guys want me to eat or lick or whatever you guys want me to consume stuff spicier than this, we'll definitely. Because I think he's talked. I think he's talking about the Death Nut Challenge, unless he's got a hot sauce in mind, but it would definitely have to be spicier than this. But yeah, good idea, Crank. So somebody keep that in their mental notes there, 5K, and we'll definitely, I might even do it live. I might do it live that time, but we'll see. Part of the reason, as you guys saw my shift, especially my OG subscribers, the shift from, like, I used to stream on Twitch all the time. It's just, my daily life is kind of difficult right now. Just trying to maintain. I can't sit, like, in one spot for 2 or 3 hours at this time, just with, you know, the kids and just everything else. It's just a little difficult at the moment. Maybe in a couple years, I'll be able to get back to live streaming a little bit more frequently. But for now, I felt like doing daily videos was kind of a compensate for you guys. But yeah, So we got question number 3, crank again. Let me see if the garlic sauce this time actually comes out of the spoon or comes onto this. Man, this stuff. Man, this this stuff is so big. I feel like this is not even hot sauce, to be honest, but let's down the hatch here. Actually good. If you guys are like familiar with garlic, like that straight tastes like raw garlic. I personally love the taste, but to each their own. But just that hot sauce was definitely not spicy. It's good, tastes good. So here's Crank's question. You should get some hot one sauces. Yeah, I already had these. And the wife would not allow me to add to the collection. But hopefully this is a good compromise and a good thing. But his serious question is, since starting your content creation journey, you've explored a lot of big games and a lot of obscure titles too. What is your favorite release game that you've played so far? And then part 2, I'm touching my freaking cheeks again. Part 2, what is highly anticipated game that we wouldn't sleep on? So my favorite recent release, obviously it's going to be Palworld, but that's not like, to really answer his question, I don't think early access would be part of the question here. So I would have to say Dragon Quest, The Dark Prince. I feel like that's probably one of my favorite recent release games. And then obviously Cassette Beasts. Solid titles. I probably missed some other games, but those are pretty much the big 2 that are coming to mind at the moment here. And then to answer your second question, what highly anticipated games that we shouldn't sleep on? We got Nannikin. We got Lumari. We got Elements. We got Ghostcraft, which is potentially the predecessor or maybe the evolution to Yokai Watch. Just a heads up, guys. April, they are going to announce some more news, so we might actually get. I don't know if we'll get a release date or anything, but we'll definitely get some more information regarding it. And then I got one more game. I don't think it's getting enough attention. I think it needs to get more attention. Is Spirix. I have done a gameplay test behind the scenes with the devs. Unfortunately, can't really say much more than that about it. But from what I've currently played, I was very excited in the progress they've made. Like, it's definitely a solid game, and it's got really chances for high hopes. But yeah. Okay, so let's see if we actually got hot sauce coming out of the bottle this time. So we got classic Texas Pete. So now we're away from the sweet and the garlicky taste. Yeah, here we go. This is some real stuff. So boom, there we go. Oh, there's a heat scale right there, guys. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Nothing crazy. Definitely has a, what do you call it? A very vinegary taste. What's the pepper they use in this? Let's see. Just says aged peppers. Not sure, but I'm not. Honestly, I don't care. It's good classic sauce, especially if you're a beginner or just have low tolerance to heat. But let's see. We got Coberry or Cameron. You are a big part of Ed's community. What made you decide to cover monster taming games as well? And what do you think makes your content different from his? Two-part question. By the way, guys, great question so far. I'm really enjoying this, and I wouldn't be here without you guys, to be honest. Like, I'm super grateful. I still can't believe there's over 1,000 people that actually have pressed that subscribe button. It's very humbling, I guess. I'm just, I'm happy that other people enjoy my content. Hopefully we can get more on board as time goes by. But to answer Ko's question, what made me decide to cover monster taming games? To be honest, I love, like, in general, I love monster taming games. And I got to the point where I saw Ed doing it, be honest, and I was just like, I'm gonna give a shot. I was already streaming on Twitch, and I already knew at that point I didn't want to go completely like ghost from streaming, and with just my daily life or real life being affected, I couldn't stream. So I decided to make the shift. And Ed, I'll be honest, Ed was kind of the one that like kind of pushed me into doing it, because he noticed I was streaming, and he's like, hey, if you make content, it would, it might be easier on you. And I'm not gonna lie, initially it was really difficult, but I got this I got this routine now, especially with the kids kind of starting, going to school now. So it's a little bit easier for me to get into this routine and making content. Like I grab my notes, I do my research, and then I basically, some videos I do a script, or like this video, I'm just, just out of the blue, just live, raw, no edits. I promise there's no edits in this video, so there's no cheating allowed. But yeah, honestly, Ed was pretty much a big inspiration for it. But I'm gonna be honest, like, I love monster taming games, and my friends in real life are so sick and tired of hearing me talking about monster taming games. But let's see, two-part. And what do you think makes your content different from his? Oh, come on, Cameron. My content is very salty, man. Like, it's pure salt content. No, honestly, to answer your question, I definitely have a different approach. When it comes to stuff, I tend to be more critical on some things. Sometimes I'm a little bit more direct. I know Ed likes to be fair and take both sides, but when you see me make a video, like, that's me. Like, there's no, even if I get a free key, you're gonna get a that's my impression. Like, probably the best example, I'm not talking about the Tim videos or the Kindred Fates video, but like my really true, like, raw experience was playing Tomomon. Like, I was really enjoying that game, and then I got to a point where my game corrupted and saved, and yeah, I was disappointed. But I do have an update on that, guys. The Tomomon dev actually reached out to me recently and gave me a key. So I will be coming back to that. I believe there's a couple updates that he wants to get done. So I'm just gonna wait for those updates and give the game a fair shake at it again, and I will give you guys my personal opinion on it, because I really enjoyed it. But yeah, like, for me, like overall, like, I tend to be a little bit more direct, which may not always go the right, not everybody may agree with me, but that's what the comment section's for. You let me know what you think. Like, that's the whole point. Like, I'm here to make a video. These are my opinions. Like, you don't have to go and base everything off of me. Okay, so we got another question, and we got another. So this sriracha sauce is spicier than Texas Pete. So I felt like this was a fair shake on the situation. As you guys see, we got a spoonful. We got a healthy spoon. So I recently discovered this brand because there is a sriracha or chili pepper shortage. And just to answer your question, we are starting to go up the spicy scale. We're at 2 flames. 2 flames out of 5. So we're definitely going up. So we got a question from Bizlova. What are the games you're looking forward the most to release this year? Bonus question. Would you ever consider doing a celebration stream where you would try different spicy foods chosen by the community, or maybe more enjoyable ones like sweets or salty snacks instead? Just a crazy idea, since the community is very diverse or diversified and might have some interesting choices. I actually tried to get some diversity in this. I don't know what happened. Like, I ordered this over a month ago, and that's part of the reason why this video got kind of delayed a little bit. I was kind of waiting for the package, and I don't know what happened. Like, I ordered like a lot of like diverse foods. There is some really sour stuff in there too. Like, I was really wanting to try it. But so when I hit 5K, we'll definitely do the super spicy hot sauce. And it looks like if you guys can recommend some salty sweet or something to go with that super spicy hot sauce, I'm definitely game. I love trying new things. I've never really tried super sour. Like, probably the sourest thing I've ever had besides kimchi is some warheads. But I've never like put like 5 warheads in my mouth. I had never really gone that crazy, but warheads definitely have kicked my ass in the past. But let's see. Let's actually go back to the original question. Most forward to release this year. To answer your question, we got early access with palworld. I don't think they're going to go full release this year, but we still have palworld. Supposedly, this is a game that kind of got off on a unique road here for me, was Beastie Bowl. That's supposed to be fully released in this year. And then another one is Bloomtown. And then, like, honestly, not even, I think it's less than a week. I think it's on the 25th. We got Kaidomon Hyper Auto Battlers. I've reached out to the publisher, and it seems like I might be getting a key. No guarantees yet, but you might be seeing some more Kaidomon content coming up. And then the other game that I'm also looking forward to, at least in the full release category, is going to be Ova Magica. The dev didn't really say a time other than 2024. Knowing her, I have a sneaky suspicion it's probably going to be around October. I want to say October, November. I could be wrong. I would like to see it around August, but I still want my plushie. I'm still waiting for that cow plushie. But yeah, those are the games that I'm most looking forward to. I bet you money another game's gonna pop up, which I had no idea, or I just completely forgot. There's so many games. So the next question, we got Marlene. By the way, did your 1K sub button arrive? Yeah, it's definitely here. YouTube is a bunch of buttheads. They decide to hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these clowns. Look at these clowns. They just sent me a blank letter, man. Look at that. They even sent me a blank one with the last CEO. She's not even the CEO anymore. See how much they care about me? Look. They told me to get good. Look at that. Isn't that some bullshit? YouTube's already thrown me under the bus. I guess I've made it to the big leagues if YouTube actually sent me something. I don't know. I feel like I need to get Ed's eggplant and just whoop him. Or actually, we'll go Bork style. We'll throw some cabbage at him. Oh crap! I totally forgot. Sorry, we forgot the hot sauce. No, that's another step. Okay, so this is a unique sauce. It's a green habanero. It's a Nepal green. I don't know if you guys can see that. We're gonna. I haven't had that in a while. Anything? I was looking for a hot scale. It just says hot. Definitely still feels like it is slightly spicier than sriracha, but it's got a nice taste to it. And then, though, on the more serious note, what mon taming game that you had the most fun covering so far? Oh, that is a good question. I'm gonna be honest, probably the most fun I've had, at least recently, is probably Cassette Beasts. That between the soundtrack and just how different the game is, like you transform into the actual Cassette Beast, and it has Traffic Crab. Like, how can you not, have fun playing with Traffic Crab? Okay, we got another question. Before we start with the question, we're still on stage 2 spicy, extra hot. So this is looks like a mixed blend called a pepper sauce. Original habanero pepper sauce. So this is probably a vinegar-based sauce. Okay, we got a spoonful right there. I think I got those. I think I got those mixed. I think the green sauce is slightly spicier than this, but honestly, this one tastes better. This one definitely does taste better. But let's get back to the actual questions. We got Crank. Do you have a favorite number? Actually, I do. I don't know if you guys, the OG guys probably know my favorite number, but my favorite number is the number 9. And there's actually a little bit of backstory to it. The reason I like number 9, you guys are probably going to have to understand American baseball. Like, as growing up playing baseball, like Ted Williams was like my favorite player of all times. It was just, the dude was amazing. Like, the dude hit 400. The dude was sharp. I actually got to meet the guy before he passed. Amazing guy. And on top of that, he was definitely a mentor to one of my other baseball favorites was Tony Gwynn. Like, Tony Gwynn idolized Ted Williams. Like, Ted Williams, like one of the, I'll put it down. If he didn't have to serve in the war, like, a lot of people don't realize this guy went out of his way to go fly airplanes to fight in the war. He lost probably like 4 years of his baseball career just serving his country. Like, really crazy. But definitely probably one of the best pure hitters I've ever seen. Okay, so we got the next question. Before we go to the next question, we got Blazing Heat, another habanero sauce. Ooh, this one, I don't know why it feels spicy coming out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that one's definitely a lot hotter. That one's definitely a lot harder. Is there a scale on this? Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that. They don't use a what do you call it? Peppers. This is a 4x heat scale. So Gil asked this question: will you do another co-op playthrough videos similar to Monster Hunter Stories 2 streamed back in the day? I don't know if I'll be streaming it, but Monster Hunter Stories 1 is supposed to be coming out in the near future, and I definitely would like to, like, before that releases, I definitely would like to do a couple videos with you, Gil, and play Monster Hunter Stories 2 again, and kind of like lead up to the, what do you call it? Lead up to the launch. But I'll talk to you off record, but I definitely want to do more videos like this. It's really hard trying to find time between, you know, doing co-ops. Like there's been a lot of times that me and Ed have wanted to do co-ops, but unfortunately our schedules are just so mixed. But yeah, I definitely want to do it in the near future. I'll give you some more info, Gil, off record here. Okay, so we got Biz Loba with another question here. Before we get that, we got another habanero. Ooh, this one has labeled as fiery hot. Oh, I'm already drooling. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to wait for the heat. Yeah, there's a lot of garlic and onion to this one. I feel like I should have switched that other one with this one. But it's definitely, they're very close. They're very close. I think this one has a nicer, cleaner taste to it. But they're definitely spicy. Like, if you guys are very low tolerance to spice, we're to the point where, like, my mouth is tingling, but I'm not sweating. You guys are probably so used to me, like, sweating after all these. But I've gotten so, like solid on these, so. Okay. So much going on. Trying to get the questions here. Let's see. We got another question from Bizloba. Okay. I'm trying to think. Did I just lose track? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got ahead of myself. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got ahead of myself. I'll just take another. I'll take another shot of this habanero pepper. This was actually kind of good. Man, that went down the wrong way. Okay, I got another idea for a celebration stream. More monster taming related, still on the topic of diversified community. Instead of food, listening, rapping, or rating, music openings of monster taming animes in different languages. Maybe animes like Pokemon, Digimon, Monster Rancher, Yokai, Yu-Gi-Oh, Sakura Card. Actually, I haven't seen that anime in a hot minute. Sakura Card Capture. So I would love to do that. My only issue is I'm gonna have to like do a lot of pre-gaming and see if I don't get hit with copyright. Unfortunately, like just the little Pokemon animes that I like, not even 2-second like clips, I've been hit by ShowPro like every time. So it's probably going to be one of those. Unfortunately, if I do one, it's probably going to be like Discord only, or it's going to go straight to my members only videos. By the way, I do have a lot of like archive, like really old archive videos in my members only. So if you guys do want to see some of those, I do have them through the membership plans through YouTube. So if you guys do want to see them, it is my second tier. If you guys want to see some of those older videos that I have like kind of archived, especially the old shenanigans of going, what do you call it? survive the nights, the zombie game. You know, that's OG Barry right there. Before I did the monster taming. Okay, so we got Fabby here. What are the next steps that you have in mind for content creation going forward? So before we start going forward, Fabby, I think we need to start. Oh, why is that one? Oh, I had to break the seal on that one. Okay, so we got habanero pepper sauce. This is a almost full spicy on the full spicy scale. So I will determine if this is full spicy. Jeez, this is a thick sauce. Oh no, it's getting all over my shirt. What the hell? Oh my word. Jeez, I got all over my shirt. Yeah, that's good. Honestly, this tastes very similar to this, but it's definitely got a little bit higher spicy profile to it. Man, that was actually good. So to answer Fabby's question, what are the next steps? So at this stage, I have noticed like my subscriber count is definitely not like peaking as high as I would like it to. But this is kind of like answering Comarin's question from earlier. What makes my content different? So actually next Sunday, I'm going to be doing a new segment, which is one of the biggest things I want to work for on this channel is start doing like segments. So it's like people know me for doing this segment, doing that segment. Because like Ed has Monster Taming News, which is every week. And he's like this, you know, these top 5 games of the month, you know, stuff like that. I definitely want to, you know, have my own variation to creating these segments. And my first segment that I'm going to start doing is going to be next week on the 25th. And it's going to be the Monster Taming Hidden Gems. And basically the whole point of that particular segment is going to be kind of bringing to light to you know, monster taming games that deserve more attention. And I will give you guys a little bit of a leak. The very first one is going to be, I'm a little biased to it, is going to be Jade Cocoon. I felt like that game deserved way more attention than what it got. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of games that I plan on covering that a lot of people don't really know about them. We might know about them, but like the general public doesn't really know about them. And I feel like this is a really good segment to get people into monster taming games. So that is my future plans, Fabby. Obviously, you know, things might, you know, shift a little bit, but at least in my mind, I definitely want to create more segments. So there's a like, hey, Barry does this, Barry does this, and does that. Like, I want people to be able to, you know, come to me because they want to, you know, like, for those type of things. Okay, so Fabby's got another question. And it looks like, I don't know how we've gone out of order, but it looks like I've misjudged or miscounted, or maybe, I don't know. But we are going to do that sauce again. Hopefully this doesn't go on to the shirt. And of course it goes onto the shirt. Looks like I'm going to be doing laundry tomorrow. Okay. So we got, let's see, we got Fabby again. Anything to do with workflow, production gear, projects, and such. Can go as big or small with it as you like. Looking at different editing software for curiosity. Shaking up schedules. Changing that one really annoying key so it doesn't distract. Anything goes. Okay. So my workflow, this is kind of like how I go. I know Ed's a little crazy. Like he'll actually like take every 5-minute break, or like anytime he takes a 5-minute break, he's always writing something. I don't typically do that. What I do is once I get off of work, probably about an hour after I'm done with working, I'll start doing some researching or start, coming up with some ideas for future videos. And then this is where the whole streaming doesn't really come into play. Is I typically don't make these videos until roughly about midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. So it's super early, and there's some days I get maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep, but I still push those daily videos out. But that's typically my daily workflow. I mean, there's some days I get lucky and I can get, a really small video done in 30 minutes. But my big whole thing is I don't like doing cuts in my videos. I've gotten a little bit better with speaking, and I have to do less cuts. But typically when it comes to like list videos or top fives, there's a lot of editing, a lot of cuts, and there's nothing you can do to prevent that. I'm trying to think. But like on a normal video, let's say like a 30-minute video, record, I go into my editing software. I don't use like super fancy editing software, honestly. I use kind of basic bitch editing software from Adobe. It's Adobe Premiere Elements. It's basically the kindergarten version of Premiere. I just refuse to pay the Premiere license. But here's the funny thing. I actually get a free license through my work. One of these days I need to actually sit down and actually learn how to use it. So that is one of my future goals I want to do, Fabi, is actually learn how to properly use Adobe Premiere. Not the basic bitch version of Elements. But at this point, Elements has kind of been holding its own. It's been doing a pretty solid job. My videos aren't like super edited, but in the big picture, a lot of people don't, you don't know what software you're using. I could have used Windows Media Player. You guys probably would have never noticed. But gear wise, let's see. I got my desktop. Honestly, the biggest thing I got in there is my GPU, which is a 3080 from NVIDIA. I'm still rolling with my i7 from like 5 years ago. It's an 8086. It's a special edition. I used to have that thing overclocked to 5 gigahertz, but recently I have turned down back to stock clocks. I've been having a lot of stability issues. It's not from heat or anything. It's for some reason the latest Windows updates have been causing a lot of like craziness, so I've kind of taken my overclock. Even my graphics card, I've taken the overclock and just put them back to stock again for now. 32 gigs of RAM. Obviously, you guys don't need all that for making videos. You can easily get away with doing 8 gigs of RAM. You can use a way older thing. I mean, look at Crank, one of my other buddies from the Workers. He's got an ancient AMD APU from the 5th generation. I think it's a 5th generation, and he's able to stream on that. So just realize older equipment can definitely do it. Just realize you're just gonna have to play a waiting game when rendering. That's really the biggest thing. But let's see, gear, projects. Obviously, like the camera here. This is a leftover camera from my other YouTube channel that I kind of abandoned. It was a car YouTube channel. It's a Sony AX. I want to say it's a 62. It's an Alpha Series 6200. But realistically, a Longitech C920 will absolutely be enough to do a webcam, honestly. This one's just a little overkill, but I had it sit in a box collecting dust, and I figured it was probably the best webcam I can use, that's, you know, to utilize. And then I just use some standard Amazon LEDs. They're like 10 bucks each. As you see, my face is all bright. And then I actually put a super bright bulb in my fan. Obviously you guys can't see it. I'm probably look like a crazy person, but yeah, there's super bright light bulb from my ceiling fan. And as you guys see, or you probably can't see, I can't really move the camera around, but this is actually a sunroom. This is like the worst room. I don't recommend doing any video production in a sunroom. Like all the, like what I'm looking at, like I'm looking at nothing but glass. Like I do have metal blinds that do deflect the sound. I do have sound dampening at the top of the windows, but that's part of the reason why I have carpet on in this room. It does help dampen a little bit, but there is definitely an echo. But if you can get like one of the biggest thing is if you're in a really tiny room and you're trying to edit or like do sound quality, I definitely recommend, if you can't afford the foam, like using soft materials like pillows goes a long ways. You'd be surprised how well just using like pillows around walls, or just like using double-sided sticky tape to put pillows on the walls. You'd be surprised how far that goes. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. This economy's hurting everybody. Okay. I think we went pretty big there. But yeah, anytime you guys have questions like with how I do things, I'm more than happy to answer the questions in Discord, or if you want to say it in YouTube. I also got Twitter or X. I'm still never gonna get over the name X. Like it sounds like the other thing, but yeah. If you guys ever have questions, like just let me know. I'm typically available most of the time. That my cell phone's normally attached to my hip, unless I'm on like a 20-foot ladder doing something at work. I'm typically free. So okay, so let's get into the next question, and here we go, guys. I think I'm gonna man up. We're gonna go into ghost pepper territory. Is there a scale on this? I don't see a scale. So let's see if this comes out like water. Yep, no. It's a little thick too. Why are these all thick? That must be the thing with Melinda's. It must be because it's like a thicker sauce. Try not to get this on my shirt. Okay. So. And as you guys see, oh, there we go. There we go. That took a hot second to that took a hot second. Okay. So Comarin's got this question here. If we went fishing and I looked in your bucket and say, if you give me one of your fish, we would have the same number of fish. You look in my bucket and say, but if you give me one of your fish, I would have twice the number of fish as you. How many fish? Oh, come on, Comarin. You're gonna make me do math in front of everybody? Oh, God. Crank's like, I know the answer already. I already know. I know, Crank. You're a genius. Let's see. Do the math in my head. I know there's an equation to this. Promise, I'm not looking. No cheating. No cheating. I'm thinking in my head. Let's see. X minus. No. X because we have two. Okay, I think it's x equals the number minus 2. I think that's what we're looking for. If I'm doing this right, I think the answer is, Comarin, you have 7 fish and I have 5. I think that's the answer. Don't quote me on that. And if I butchered the math, let me know down below. I might be completely wrong on that, but to answer your question, I'm gonna say 7 fish Comarin and 5 fish me. He's like, what has been the best part about your YouTube journey so far? You guys really want to know? I'm probably gonna get the wife's gonna be upset. The wife like put me on this deadline. She's like, you're not gonna hit 1,000 subscribers in 2 years. It was glorious to show my phone with the count with 1,000, and my wife looked at me like, you actually did it? And I'm like, yeah, I actually did it. I still have a long ways to catch up for that 100K, but we got to start small, guys. So yeah, that was probably my best part of my journey, is just kind of rubbing that in my wife's face. But honestly, like, overall, the best part of this, like, real talk, is like meeting like a lot of new people, in the comments. It's really fun interacting with you guys. Like, I didn't realize there was that many people out there just willing to comment just on a random video. It's really nice. And then it's also cool. It's like sometimes somebody will comment like actually giving me like advice and suggestions, and like a lot of times I'm gonna be honest, like it's a better plan than what I go through. You guys already know me well enough, or at least the OG subscribers. I don't plan nothing. I just go straight in there when it comes to games. So you guys get to see the whole raw experience. Okay. I'm not gonna okay, I'll hot sauce up for this. This isn't really a question. This is just Ed just, oh god, I'm getting hot sauce all over. Okay. That one hit, that hit a little harder this time. So that's the same. Oh jeez, that was the same sauce as last time. Mobile win. Ed, it's already out on mobile. I know you're just you're having a little fun there, but real talk. How do you feel about roughly half of the Kickstarter games in the genre either going ghost or basically ending up in development hell or pause? I absolutely freaking hate it. It makes the monster taming genre look really bad. Like, I'm not gonna be honest, or I'm gonna be honest. I get so jealous when like Gil shows me like all these like tabletop games and all these Kickstarters like with all these rewards getting like made, and Gil's like showing me all this high quality stuff. It makes me really frustrated. Like I like monetarily wise, like I know it's a risk, but for other people it could be a lot of money. And I just, like, my overall feeling for it is, I think it's bullshit. I'll be honest. If you're willing to go on to Kickstarter and, I'm not going to say e-beg, but essentially ask for money, and you don't do what's promised and you disappear, yeah, I think it's bullshit. And that's another thing, like what I was like with Fabi's, I think it was Fabi's question, or no, maybe Comarin's question about what makes me different than Ed. I'm to the point where I'm gonna start calling out some of these devs. Like, I want this to be a nice video, but like, to answer Ed's question, like, I recently made a Necromancer's Gift Kickstarter. Oh yeah, by the way, since that video's been out, not a single peep, not a single update from that game at all. So I'm at this point, I think that game's dead, and I'm to the point where I'm gonna say it out loud. It's almost a scam. It's almost a scam. But to answer Ed's original question, I think it's bullshit with what half these guys are doing. Like, it's bullshit, and it's part of the reason why I don't cover, like, you guys probably have seen my content lately. Like, I don't really go over Kickstarter, like, tier plans as much as I used to, because we have half the genre basically not developing a game, or just pausing, or hiatus. So yeah, it's kind of bullshit. Okay. Ed's last question: how much does it annoy you when people don't watch your videos but comment anyways on crazy stuff? And when are you going to get that silver play button, son? Dude, I did not believe you when you said people would straight up comment and not read or like listen to the video. I've had so many comments where if you watched 30 seconds of my video, you would have an idea of what my video goes over. And it's like, you don't read the title, you don't like read, like, I'm one of the few YouTubers where I'll actually like put some of my words in description, like stuff in the description, and actually give you kind of a thing. That kind of goes back to Fabby's question. Like, part of the workflow is my nose is actually starting to get a little snotty there. About like workflow, like my comic section, or not comic section. Wow, I'm losing brain cells apparently. Description section. So one of the key things is using keywords and using descriptions in SEO search results. It's definitely I could probably make a whole YouTube video just based off of that. But yeah, it's crazy that people just, they see a title and they just instant dislike. It's crazy. It's crazy. I know some of the people, like on my Tim video, I know they didn't watch it. They just straight instant dislike. I wouldn't be surprised it was probably Krima's development department, because there was 7 dislikes, and I know there's probably less than 14 people working over there. I wouldn't be surprised half the company disliked it. But obviously I don't have any proof on that. But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if it annoys me. I guess it more annoys me that if, like, I've noticed, like, if a video hits like below 70% like approval, like to up thumbs and dislikes, I noticed the video doesn't get pushed out as hard unless it's the only video in its content niche. But yeah, it could kill it. Like, there is no proof on this, guys, but the only thing is, just from my experiences, I noticed when anything goes below 70% approval, the video tends to not get pushed out as hard. And to answer Ed's question, when are you going to get that silver play? Man, don't get my hopes up. I would love to get it tomorrow, but the scary part is, even if I did get 100,000 overnight, are those actually people that are going to stay with the community? Because that's the one thing I will say that's nice with the way I've grown, is I haven't grown too drastically, like averagely right now. If you guys look at my analytics, if you go to Social Blade, I'm probably averaging between 3 to 15 subs a day. Recently, it's been closer probably to 5 subs a day. But yeah, I'm definitely getting people that are, that are dedicated to the community, which is really nice. So one thing I definitely do want to I haven't really announced it yet because I'm still, you guys, the guys that are in the Discord, you guys probably know that I'm kind of restructuring the Discord, but my overall plans for the Discord is I want to make it for like classic monster taming games. Like I want it to be a place where people go, like how people go to Ed's Discord for the latest news and all the latest games. Like all the little hidden gem games, like I want them to be kind of the front facing of the Discord. And on top of that, like have some Discord games in there, and a place where you like. I already have it in there. I know Cirque loves that channel, the exotic showcase. Show off your shinies, especially his Monster Crown ones. I love that freaking chicken one. I didn't even realize that was an option. That was even a fusion. But yeah. So that is all the questions here. So here we go, guys. We are going to do the death sauce. I want you guys to see that 6 million Scoville units. This is classic Mad Dog sauce. This, if you guys watched my original video series, I had it. If it was called the Auburn Challenge, like the Kindred Fates Auburn, but so here we go. We're gonna down the hatch. Ooh. Oh, that shit is spicy. Spicy. Oh. Woo. I'm gonna sit here for a few seconds, guys. It's building. You guys are starting to see it. Starting to see it. But yeah, other than that, guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. But yeah, let me know down below if there's any other questions you want me to answer. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.